We've had a takeover here at Swansea City, and we have a brand new board. And one of the things that they require me to do is to spend the remaining transfer budget. Looks like we're going shopping. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to the Liberty Stadium in Swansea, and if you are a first-time visitor, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling above. And we have two games for you today, but before that we need to talk about how we are still top of the Premier League, and we've played 8 games and we have 20 points. We are 2 points ahead of Arsenal, and things are looking very pretty for us indeed. But an item of news that came out of the blue, that Swansea have had a takeover, and a guy named Wes Edens has successfully completed the takeover. And what that does mean is that the club vision has changed. They have thanked me for my patience, which is fine, but I didn't even know about it. And they have changed the club vision a little bit, but not too much. Play possession football and entertaining football, that's fine. But now they've signed players under the age of 23 for the first team. That's appeared again. And do not sign players over the age of 30. To increase the commercial revenue, well, they've got a bit of a job to do because it keeps going down season by season. But in the Champions League, they want us to be competitive, but they want the Premier League to finish in the top half. That has not changed. Reached the quarter-final of the FA Cup, not changed. And Carabao Cup is not seen now as important. But the main thing that they have highlighted is that I have to spend the remaining transfer budget, and we do have a little bit of money left in the budget. And if we think about what we have in the budget, I think it's around about £42.5 million. And when you were with us last, you saw us beating Real Madrid in that second of the 3 difficult games. And then we played Arsenal, the third of the 3 difficult games. And Brozier put us 1-0 up on 12 minutes. And things got even better. And we peppered the Arsenal goal from start to finish. We don't sit back for these big teams anymore, and we certainly deserve to win this game. And Brozier was put through again. He had another opportunity and he found the back of the net. We decided to play Brozier, and that decision paid off as he scored both goals in that 2-0 win. And then against Hartlepool in the Carabao Cup, we had a very good 4-0 win playing the reserve team, and we won quite easily. And then a very narrow, squeaky bum type result against Wolves, and Ryan Rees-Williams getting the winner against Wolves. And then against RB Leipzig, I think this was a very good result at home, a 1-1 draw. They are a very strong team, and that gave us 4 points in 2 games. And then we had an away trip to Liverpool, and this was a game to behold. And Liverpool got off to the better start. We started in a balanced way. Liverpool were taking the game to us, and I just thought, we're not going to allow that. We're going to go out and play football. And we changed it to a very positive style and a little bit more direct style. And Vitinha was put through and he hit the crossbar. We were certainly at this stage back in the game. And when Armati fed El Neni fed Armati again, and Armati looked to get a cross in, and Brozier was on the end of it. His 3rd goal in 2 games, and he was on fire, that boy. And it was Swansea 1, Liverpool 1. And Augustinson, in the second half, we still pressed Liverpool. Augustinson fed Vitinha, and Vitinha volleyed in from close range to make it 2-1. And that was now definitely game on. But it only lasted a couple of minutes, that lead, before Rodrigo headed in at the near post. And it was Liverpool 2, Swansea 2 going into the last 15 minutes. But Liverpool were not done, and Jota lost his man, fired a low shot, a lovely daisy cutter into the corner, and it was Liverpool 3, Swansea 2. And at this point, I was thinking, we are going to finally lose this game. But Hannibal found Vitinha, who put in a pile driver, and the goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. It was Liverpool 3, Swansea 3, and we sat back then and soaked up the pressure. Liverpool created chances, and Mo Salah had an absolutely gift of a chance, and which he missed. And the final score then was Liverpool 3, Swansea 3. And I was quite happy with that. And then we were home to Brighton, and we are out of form. We're not scoring. Forwards look out of form, and we only just managed to beat Brighton by 1-0. And then came, and now we come to Trnava in the Champions League, and we're going to play a game against Newcastle in the Premier League. And so Trnava is a game that we should absolutely dominate, that we should win that quite comfortably. Newcastle is a tougher fixture, and we'll have to play very well to beat Newcastle, I suspect. And so the team for Trnava is Luis Junior in goal, Armati, Buongiorno, Thit and Augustinson at the back, El Neni, Levitt, Adley and Maggiore in midfield, and Broja keeps his place up front with Vitinha. And so this is a game that we have to dominate. In fact, my assistant manager said, why not go very attacking? But we're going to just stick to positive, and hopefully that's going to be enough to secure the victory here today. And with Leipzig now playing Atletico Madrid twice, this 6 points could turn out to be absolutely vital for us. And we do have the first highlight, and Adley has a corner, and there is a chance that's headed over the bar by Thit, and we are underway. But we are not creating as much as I hoped for, as Broja finds Augustinson. Augustinson's pass is terrible, and we did against Brighton, and to a certain degree against Liverpool, look like we're a team out of form. Our passing isn't great. We don't look very creative, as Levitt looks to get it into the box. And here is Adley to Maggiore. Armati is looking to go outside. Can Armati get a cross in? He can't, but Maggiore can, and that's cleared. And that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. We don't look very decisive at the moment. We look a little bit lazy, look a little bit tired maybe, and it just doesn't look right to me. But even though we are playing in this way, we are still grinding out results. And think about Wolves and Brighton, 1-0 wins, even for a team that's not playing very well. And here's Vitinha looking for Broja, and Broja's header goes over the bar. And after 22 minutes, it is a bit worrying. We are not on the scoreboard yet against a very, very poor side. And we should be dominating this game, absolutely hammering them. But again, it just looks a little lazy and lethargic to me. But Broja has won the ball, and he's bringing it forward. He's going to look for Vitinha. Vitinha has scored. It is finally Swansea 1, Trnava 0. But VAR is going to have a look. He looked onside to me, and I think he should be onside. The goal is awarded. He did look onside to me. Broja pressing on the central defender, won the ball, cut inside, and a lovely pass inside to Vitinha, whose first time shot was drilled into the bottom corner. Now we need to go and build on that. And I'm starting to wonder if my assistant manager was right, and we should be more attacking, because this Trnava side, they don't really look like they have much about them. And Swansea have a corner, and that's flung in, and we've hit the post. And that was so close. And it may have been offside anyway, but hitting the bar, hitting the post, is it one of those days? And Armati has the ball. Armati finds Buongiorno, or Buongiorno, and he finds Theet to Levitt. Levitt is on his own out there. He's looking to sweep it across. He finds Maggio. Maggio finds Armati. Can he get a cross in? And he looks back for Maggio. Maggio dinks one into the box, and is it 2-0? But again, the referee is questioning whether it was offside. It looked okay to me. It was just a simple far post header. I'm not quite sure who could have been offside there. And the goal, unfortunately, though, is disallowed. That's a bit of a shock. And we'll just have a look at that. Armati fed Maggio, and he was offside, and he moved back into an onside position. And so it remains Swansea 1, Trnava 0. And this is not good. As Levitt picks up the ball, he feeds Brozier over the top, and Augustinsson over the top. He finds Vitinha, can he find a pass? And here is Maggio, and Maggio has a chance. And again, it looked like a tired shot from Maggio, and we do look like we are very much out of sorts, and something has to give here. We have to do something about this. Maybe we need to reduce that training workload. And Augustinsson's tackle there was a bit shocking, and I think he's got away with it. I was expecting a red card there, but we got away with it. But it is still Swansea. We're pressing and knocking on the door, but our passing again doesn't look great. And I don't know if it's just tiredness or whether they just are out of sorts. It needs some more rotation within the team. Maybe it's time to play these young boys now that we have in the squad and let them have a run out. But we've won the ball in midfield, and here's Vitinha, and there again Adley's pass is absolutely shocking, and it remains Swansea 1, Trnava 0. And this is a team we should be murdering. And I'm going to reduce the tempo a little bit, tell them to put their foot on the ball, because high tempo is not working. And Vitinha has the ball, and Vitinha finds Maggio. Maggio's looking to get the ball into the box, and Adley has scored. It is Swansea 2, Trnava 0. I don't think that had anything to do with my change of tempo. I just think that it was a goal coming. And Vitinha fed Maggio. Maggio's having a very good season as the Mazzala, and he found Adley, and Adley wasn't going to miss from there. It is Swansea 2, Trnava 0, and hopefully now in the second half we can build on that and get some goals. We need to raise morale a little bit on the field here and put a few in the back of the net. And so we are just attacking again. It's one Swansea attack after another, and Adley has hit the crossbar with a fine curling shot. But it remains Swansea 2, Trnava 0. And maybe sometimes I wonder if I expect too much of them. But Trnava have made it 2-1. And again, it looked like lazy defending to me. And I'm going to berate the entire team. They should be winning this by a street, and we are under pressure now. That was just very poor defending by our central defence, and that was absolutely shocking. We should be coasting this, so they deserve that absolute rollicking that they've just had. And here is Augustinsson. He's looking for Levitt all the way back to Theet to El Neni back to Theet. Theet is looking for Augustinsson again. He finds Levitt inside to Theet all the way over to Clinton Matter. This is nice. It's much more patient build-up. This is what we like to play like. And here is Maggio trying to get the ball into the box, and he can. And here comes Augustinsson, and he's hit the post. And we have hit the post twice, the bar twice. It's just been maybe one of those days. And here is Adley with a free kick, and Adley clips it just over. And it still is a worry because it is only 1 goal the difference. We need that 2-goal difference, and otherwise we could get caught on the counter. And again, there's a really poor pass, and Trnava have the ball and look to build from the back, and they must be laughing at us at the moment. They've been hammered by the other 2 sides in the group, and we are not playing as well as we should be. And Trnava have the ball, but that's a poor pass as well, and Theet has collected it, and he finds Augustinsson. I'm just going to demand more from them. This is absolutely terrible. And Brozier looks to break down the left. Now he's looking back for Augustinsson, and I think we need to get some crosses in, boys. And Theet finds El Neni. Levitt all the way over to Mata, and Mata's through, and he's hit the post. We have hit the woodwork 5 times now in this game, and I guess it might be a completely different story if they had gone in. It would be 7-1, and we wouldn't be actually shouting at the team. And maybe it's just FM being FM, and it's going to be one of those days where we don't score a hatful. But we will need to play very, very well in the second game against them if we are going to beat them away from home. And time is running out. It's been an odd game in terms of highlights there. It was a strange game. We didn't play very well, but we scraped the result. And we are sitting in second on 7 points because Leipzig beat Atletico Madrid away. And if Leipzig can win at home, and we can beat Trnava away, then that'll put us in a very, very strong position going into the last 2 games. And in terms of the schedule, that game will be coming up against Trnava in a couple of weeks' time. But we need to go and play Newcastle now. And Newcastle, complete with Hojek, who we sold to them last season, very, very good striker and left winger. And we're going to have to play very, very well against Newcastle to get anything out of this game, especially given the form that we are in. And it is Junior in goal, Mela, Buongiorno, Theet and Malacia at the back, El Neni, Adli, Hannibal and Levitt in midfield, with Barassi and Vitinha up front. And we have a very strong team out there, and we really need to get something from this game to maintain the pressure on the other teams at the top of the league. Newcastle, who are lounging about in 14th, they're not having the greatest season. And we certainly are on top in this game. We've had 10 shots to their 3, but only 2 on target, and there wasn't a single highlight in that first half. And I'm going to tell them I'm very, very disappointed with what's going on. And there is absolutely nothing going on in this game. And we need to up our game a little bit. And I'm just going to switch some things around and try and have some sort of influence on this game, because things are not going very, very well. We're going to make some substitutions again. And and there is a highlight. Finally, in the 85th minute, there is a highlight. Which way is it going to go? It's picked up by Swansea, and here's Hannibal. Hannibal over the top to Barassi, and Barassi is through, and Barassi has scored. It is Newcastle 0, Swansea 1, but they are questioning whether it was offside. Don't tell me. And the goal has been awarded. And boy, was that a strange game to have a look at. Barassi found space at the back, and he drilled it past the goalkeeper in the 85th minute. And was he offside? No, he was well onside. It was his pace that took him past the defender, and clinical finishing. And finally, some highlights. This is the second highlight of the game, and it's picked up by Newcastle, and Newcastle drive it forward, and he's on his own. I think I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name. He's in the clear, but he couldn't take advantage of it. And I think FM are telling me about my attacking corners and to leave plenty of people back. But again, we've scraped a 1-0 victory, and I think they say that is the sign of a good team, when you're not playing well, to be just scraping these 1-0 wins. And we've had another one against Newcastle, and that will do for me at the moment. If we are out of form and winning, that's great. I can't wait till we get back into form and start scoring a lot of goals. We have a few interesting fixtures coming up, including Tottenham and Manchester United. But I think I'll come back for the probably for the Leipzig game. Very, very big game. And we'll play against Leeds United in the Premier League with that one. And that's it, really, for this video. If we do well against Leipzig, then we will probably qualify at that time. And so, if you are new to the channel, why not subscribe, watch, like, and comment? Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very worthwhile cause you can see scrolling above. And all that remains to be said from a slightly happy Liberty Stadium is we will see you in the Champions League Group E game away at Leipzig.